All right, hi everybody. My name is Connor Kelly. I am graduate enrollment specialist for the College of Education and Human Services here at East Texas A&M, and I am also the primary point of contact for our dual credit credentialing options, which I am here to discuss today. So, dual credit teacher credentialing requirements, you must have a master's degree in any given discipline. So, if you want to teach biology dual credit classes, you can have a master's degree in biology. Same thing for chemistry or for math, or whichever area you would like to teach. Or you can have a master's degree in higher education or curriculum instruction, and then you'll have a teaching emphasis in your content area. Alternatively, if you already have a master's degree, you can complete 18 graduate credit hours in a given field. So if you have a master's degree in business administration, but you would like to teach dual credit Spanish, you can take 18 Spanish level graduate level hours. So the benefits of this, you have some career flexibility. You'll be credentialed to teach dual credit classes at the high school level, but you'll also be credentialed to teach entry level college classes at community colleges. Professional advancement, of course, you have credentials beyond a master's degree. There's also the opportunity for different certificates, as we will discuss, and you will have a higher earning potential as a result. So we have 10 programs currently that we have 18 hours designed for those who are looking for dual credit credentialing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over essentially a developed list of courses, examples, sets of courses for you to take to get credentialed in any one of these particular subjects. So a little bit of a disclaimer. These course lists are subject to change depending on course or instructor availability, and we will be giving you that information as we go. If you start this program, we will let people know if certain courses will be changing or not. So I'm going to go through. These are the most up-to-date course lists as of the time of this recording. So first one, we have the Applied Criminology dual credit. So you need 18 hours. Each course is 3 hours, so that totals up to 6 classes. And these were developed to be online, so you don't have to come to the East Texas A&M campus at all. And these particular classes qualify for the Criminal Justice Studies certificate. The certificate alone is not sufficient for dual credit credentialing purposes, as it's only 12 hours, but you can get the 12 hours for the certificate plus 2 more to get the credentialing, and then you can still have the certificate on top of it. Next, we have biology. Biology is set up such that there's some courses that will only be available in odd and even years, and I can provide that information if you shoot me an email, which I'll show at the very end. I can provide the more detailed list of these courses. And that last course there, BSc 526, there's a host of different elective options you can take in place of that 526. Next, we have chemistry. Chemistry is set up where there's core and elective courses, which again, I have more details on that. So if you need that, I can send it to you. Where you'll be taking 2 or more core courses and 4 or fewer elective courses, typically to total up to 6. The recommended plan as developed by the chemistry department is listed on this slide. So this is recommended, but you can make adjustments as needed. Next is computer science. Computer science is very similarly set up to the chemistry in that there's core and elective. But in this one, the core is pretty set. Operating systems, algorithm design, and automata theory are your 3 core courses, and then the remaining 3 are electives that can be changed as needed. Next, we have English. This is the first proper graduate certificate where the entire set of classes is a certificate. This is the Graduate Certificate in Professional Advancement in English Studies. And the thing with graduate certificates is graduate certificates are not allowed substitutions. Now, there are classes that are not on this slide that can be used in place of the ones on this slide, but it's a very specific list. So if you were to try and take a class that's outside of the list of available classes and sub it in for one of them, you would not be able to do that as you are no longer eligible for the graduate certificate. So I have a list of the um, available classes that you could use towards the certificate, and I can send that to you. All right, next we have the mathematics dual credit. This is the first one that has prerequisites. This one has prerequisites of Calculus 1 and Calculus 2. as well as linear algebra. Much like biology, this one also has courses only available in odd and even years, but there are also some set courses that are available every year. And some of the courses may change depending on the bachelor's degree that you've got. Specifically speaking, the summer classes are likely to be substituted with different classes if you have a bachelor's degree in math. Otherwise, they're going to be a different set of classes. All right, next one we have physics. Physics is set so that you have two of three options for fall and spring. Summer is pretty set, but of the three options for fall and spring, you can choose two of them to go towards your credentialing. And this one also has some prerequisites. It requires Calculus 1 and 2, as well as University Physics 1 and 2, which are the calculus-based physics. That's calculus-based mechanics and calculus-based electricity and magnetism. All right. Next is psychology. This is the Teaching of Psychology Graduate Certificate. Again, this is pretty set in that there's no substitutions that you can make outside of the certificate. And this one has a pretty set course rotation as well. Most of the other credentialing programs generally have it so you can take two classes per semester and finish in a certain amount of time. This one is set so you'll be taking three classes in the fall, two during the spring, and one during the summer, and that's a pretty set rotation. And I will be able to send you that rotation as requested. All right, next we have Spanish language teaching dual credit classes. This one is set up similarly to physics in that you can choose two of three options for the fall and spring. The two highlighted subjects are, you may notice that they have the same course number. They are both SPA 597. 597s are special topics courses. Any department can have a 597 over a unique topic that might only be taught that semester, and generally 597s will change very often, so you won't have the same 597 one year compared to the next. So the two summer classes for the Spanish language teaching will be 597s. These are the two that were offered most recently, but the next two will likely be something completely different going forward. All right, and lastly, we have the U.S. History dual credit classes. This is another graduate certificate in teaching history. The way that this one is set up is that there's two core courses, which are 590 and 568. And then you would take three U.S. history related courses and one world history related course. And I do have a list of those classes that are available. The core course of 568 is offered every other year, so you want to probably take that as soon as it's available. And then for this one, 597 courses, those special topics courses I was discussing, those can substitute for some of those U.S. or world history courses, as long as they are on topic. So that's it for the course lists. Now to go into your options, we do have master's degrees available in higher education and in curriculum instruction that are designed for you to get the 18 hours that you need for the credentialing process. So it will be 18 core hours that are related to higher education or curriculum instruction, and then 18 hours in the subject of your choice. The total cost of the program for each of them is around $12,000 after scholarships and waivers. It takes about 1 to 2 years, roughly, probably closer to 2 years. The higher education degree is going to be a post-secondary focus, so that's more centered on the curriculum development for community college stuff, whereas the curriculum and instruction degree is more public schooling, K through 12 focus. When it comes to funding, if you were just doing the 18 semester credit hours, if you already have your master's degree, the cost is going to be somewhere between 6,000 and 7,000 after scholarships and waivers. Since it is non-degree seeking, if you're just doing the 18 hours, it's not eligible for federal financial aid, but we do have short-term loans and payment plans available. And if you're going for a master's degree, the curriculum instruction and higher ed are a flat rate as discussed on the previous slide. But if you do want to get a master's in your specific subject area, so like a master's in mathematics or a master's in history, the cost varies depending on your degree, but those are eligible for federal financial aid. And we also have donor-funded scholarships. And if you're currently working at an ISD, or from community college, the Quick Start grants can help get you a discount on that as well. So once you are ready to apply, you'll go to Apply Texas. And we also have an internal graduate application as well. So if you want access to that, you can shoot me an email and I can give you the details on how to access that and submit that way. And if you have any questions about the application, you will contact Dayla Bergen here. And if you have any questions about the programs themselves or the course rotations, course lists, all of that sort of information, you can shoot me an email or you can shoot grad recruitment an email. All right, that's all that I've got. So thank you for your time.